All right, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Atimse Maths Academy. Now we are still on a series called Surds. Sword as a topic. In my previous video, I've talked about the rules of surds. We want to solve a problem given to us. We say simplify root 6 times root 5 times root 3. Now, whenever you have roots that are different but can be what? Multipliable. Can be what? Multipliable. You simply bring them together. That is what I mean is that this implies that root 6 times root 5 times root 2. When I multiply these two, it will give me 30 times 2 will give me 60. So what you just do, you just put root 60. Very simple. But you don't stop that way, because why? This root 60 can have a factors, and one of the factors can be what? Factorizable, and the other one cannot be what? Factorizable. So pick two numbers. One, rationalize, it can be rationalized, while the other one cannot be what? Rationalized. What I mean is that this implies that let's think of two factors. One of them is a perfect square. What number can we get from this to a perfect square? 4 is a perfect square here in 60 years. 4 times 16, 4 times 15 will give us what? 60. That is good. So that means I can split it by giving me 4 times 15. 4 times 15, which implies 4 times 15, which implies, remember the rules. The rule states that if I have a multiplication inside the root, like two numbers are multiplied, like what I have here, what we are trying to say here from the rules says you should separate them. So what I mean is you separate root 4 times root what? 15. All right, now let's check which of them is a rational number, which of them is a perfect square. 4 here is a perfect square. The root of 4, that is the square root of 4, will give us 2. So this implies that we have, or therefore we have 2 root 15 as our final answer. At this point, there's nothing we can do, because we cannot easily get from this 15, we cannot easily get a number. Think of a number. A number. We know 5 times 3 can give us 15. Very good. But you know that 3 is non-rational number. 5 is also non-rational number. Both of them cannot be, none of them is a perfect square. So that is why we cannot split out 15. So whenever you discover that you cannot split out, I think most of these prime numbers, you can't split them out. Once you know that you cannot split them out, that should be your root. You don't need to do anything. So in this particular 60, whenever they ask you to find the root of 60, this is how this can be replaced back to this, and this can be replaced back to this. If you want to get back this 60, what you need to do, square this one. That is 2 times 2 will give us 4. Multiply this, you have gotten this, you have gotten it back. So this is where we end the video. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just follow the procedure. Drop your comment below. Thank you very much.